Hello and welcome back to Von Milhausen Plays Darkfall, the Journal. In the last episode we explored some of the downstairs area here at the front of the hotel and we had a look in the creepy basement, but we need some kind of key code, I think, to open a door there. We have this small cul-de-sac that we haven't been into. We have the station hotel bar, which we found the key to in the last episode, but I don't want to go in there just yet because it feels like it's probably going to be a special location. And we have this hallway here. So let's have a look at this kind of cul-de-sac area first. Let's see where this goes. Two big double doors here that I don't seem to be able to interact with at all. Can't interact with them from here. Nope. Okay, we have a picture there, and this doorway. Ah, the kitchen, I guess. Now we have our meter is doing something. Electromagnetic source within 2 meters. Well, there's the light bulb, but I'm assuming that's not what they're talking about. How about here? Okay, that tap is leaking. Okay, well that doesn't seem to have stopped the drip, I'm afraid. We're just going to have to listen to that noise. Can't do anything with the pot here. Let me just close the meter. There's nothing behind it on the table. Okay. That's the door. Actually, I'm just going to keep the meter closed. It's really in the way. And we have this entire table. Still says within 2 meters. Seidlitz powders. Devonshire Country Cookbook, 3rd edition. Ma Tuckers. 100 ways to cook tripe. Delicious. We have a pencil and the complaints book. So let's have a look. Edith by Arthur. Okay. That doesn't really tell me a huge amount. Let's walk into the room. Still says within 2 meters. Oh, didn't want to do that. So, mental note, when you're clicking on this thing, you're actually seeing through the meter. So, what have we got? The table, obviously. We have a cupboard over there. We have the stove. We have a crying ghost with a very strong flanging filter effect applied to their vocals. And we have a door out. Okay, let's have a look at the table. Betty Love. This is the recipe for that brawn that George had that time in Taunton. It don't look like much, I'll agree, but he reckons it were lovely. Your mum, XXX. Spicy brawn, 1 pig's head, 4 pig's trotters, 1 teaspoon salt, 14-ounce boned beef shin, we'll be lucky, 2 onions, 4 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon black peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, 7-ounce white wine, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and parsley. Battered pig's trotters. Get the butcher to cleave 4 trotters carefully, clean them, and then stew for several hours with onion peelings, celery scrapings, and carrot ends. Add a peppercorn or 2 if available. Also a spoonful of salt. Later, remove the trotters and bone. Dip into a good thick batter and fry until crispy and brown. While frying, boil the stew to form a liquor. This can be served as a gravy with the trotters. Large sheep's trotters, mountain sheep, can be used instead of pig's trotters. Only the larger varieties have enough meat on them, though. That would not be my personal cup of tea in terms of a meal, but more power to anybody that's interested. Okay, we can look into this thing, and there's a funnel, but I have no need of a funnel. So let me just reverse out of there. And reverse out of there. Okay, let's have a look at the cupboard. So we have some good old OXO beef cubes. That's gravy stuff for people who aren't from the UK. I don't know if OXO is available anywhere outside of the UK. Okay, nothing really there on the shelf. What about the cupboard? Ooh. Beetles. There's a bottle of wine. Can't have both cupboard doors open at the same time. And where did that beetle go? It's a magic beetle. It keeps coming back. Okay. Can't get the beer. Alright, I think this is a fun little interacty thing. Okay, the old reliable C. Marsh and Sons. It's the old cast iron stove. Very antique. What have we got here? Can we open any of the front? Ah, somebody was burning some paper. Monday 24th, table 1 complaint. That pretentious cow from up London started moaning that there was no vegetarian dishes on the menu. Says that we should offer a more cosmopolitan diet, whatever that is. Then she had a problem with the table, said that there was a strong draft from the big doors, so I moved her down to table 3, but there was a problem with the lamp. It was flickering, so she is back on table 1. Okay. So this is very much a country hotel, I'm guessing. Monday 24th continued. No table 1 will not suffice. Okay. She is having none of it, so I had to move nice Mr. Venny from his usual position, table 4 to table 1. Cow. No doubt she will have a problem with the train noise now. I think the 8:45 postal train is about due. That should get on her nerves for a while. I'll be glad to see the back of her. G. Grable 2. Okay, so apparently lots of people have had problems with this Mrs. Grable person. Okay, and there's nothing else I can interact with here. No, just those two. Okay. So we will need to check out Miss Grable's room a little bit. Yes. You're very sad and you're very flangy. I know. There. Ooh. This place is very nice. And I see a code here. The tables all have numbers, and the numbers are the order that we need to press the code in the basement for. And we had those notes in the previous room that told us which tables roughly were near which doors and stuff. So I guess we should be able to work it out. So we have 1, 2, 4, and 5. So we know which one table is table 3. What's this? The Station Hotel, Dowerton. Edith's Harvest Broth, radish pod pickle. Edith's Harvest broth, radish pod pickle, chicken broth, goose in hog pot, goose roast with rabbit, beef dumplings, spicy brawn. All main dishes are served with a selection of seasonal vegetables, blackberry and apple pie, sherry and trifle, bread and butter pudding. And our meter is freaking out. Electromagnetic source within 2 meters. Okay, so there's one symbol table. There's number 3. So they're giving us this one for free. Oh. Okay. Well, there's the flickery light anyway. Okay. Alright. Still saying within 2 meters. But like that would be the lamps. Like they use electricity. There's your electromagnetic source. Blah 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 blah. Activity minimal, electrical quality positive. So another one of these remote camera doohickeys that the students were using. And there's that one there. Okay. So I am going to very quickly, if I can navigate there, return to the basement area and take a note of the 5 symbols that we need to place correctly. Doodly doodly doo. Okay, so down here, around the corner, right. So I'm just going to very quickly jot these down. A circle. Okay. 6 symbols, 6 tables upstairs, I guess. Let me return there as rapidly as I can. Beep. Back into the kitchen. Back into... Now, what... Yes, I'm going to reread these clues. Okay. She had a problem with the table. She said there was a strong draft from the big doors. So I moved her down to table 3, but there was a problem with the lamp. Okay, and we did see the lamp flickering under the table that had the 3 marker on it. So she was on table 1. So table 1 is the one closest to the big doors. 1 equals big doors. 2 equals unknown. 3 equals lamp flickering. Okay. And then we have the other note. Table 1 will not suffice. She's having none of it. I've had to move nice Mr. Verney from his usual position, table 4 to table 1. Doubt she'll have a problem with that. No doubt she'll have a problem with the train noise now. I think the postal train. So 4 equals train noise. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So let's return.
Two lovers will, they still say I love you.
As you do. Hopefully I don't get a YouTube copyright strike for that. It wasn't my fault, it was a ghost. Okay, so big doors. I'm guessing this is going to be... this is big doors, right? I can turn here. Yeah, big doors. I'm assuming this is where the draft is coming from. So this is going to be table 1, which is the circle with the 4 dots. I'm going to call that 1. All right. Next, we have... Maneuvering here is kind of rough. Oh, or that could be table 1. Draft from the big doors. I can't look at that one. Alright, but that's going to be... I guess this one? My drawings aren't the greatest. So that could be 1, or that could be 1. Or I guess they'd end up being 5. Or 6 even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Possibly I may need to get more clues from elsewhere. Like I could just try and brute force it, but it seems like cheating. So I'm guessing then this is going to be... see... Like my problem is, let's say this is table 1, then that could be table 2. No. Right, I'm going to assume this is table 1 because we have this table here, and then there's card and that is table 3, and then table 4 and table 5. There's only 5 tables in here. There aren't 6. Okay, I'm going to assume this is table 1. There's no other clues I can get from here. No. So I'm going to assume that's 1. Which would make this, if I can navigate there, this is painful. How do I move forward here? Where's the, there we go. It's like this one small spot here that allows you to move forward. So then this would be table 2. Nothing I can interact with here. Then table 3 is the biohazard thingy. Biohazard crop circle malarkey. Which would make this one 4. And then we're in a spot. And then we would have this one here, which would be table 6 or 5. Because there's only 5 tables in this room. Okay, well I guess we can go back downstairs to the basement and try some of those combinations. I might have it very wrong. If I do... Actually, one thing I want to check before we leave. Where does this go? Ah, it's locked. No doubt we'll find the entrance to it somewhere else later. So let's quickly go back to
Look at my kitchen, it's filthy. Frank would be ashamed.
Well, not your fault. You don't really have the ability to clean it anymore, I suppose. And time has taken its toll. Although, interestingly, you do have a voice, which would suggest you have vocal cords and a larynx and stuff. But I won't get into the details of ghosts. So, potentially, this is table 1. 2 would be this thing. 3 would be the biohazard. 4 would be this yoke. And then this one here would either be... wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3. Crap, I think I've gone wrong here. Oh, well, I guess I got it right. There are more symbols than were required. Yes, this door is now open. What have we got here? Can I leave? Yes. Can I go back in without having to do the code again? Yes. Okay, good. So, interesting. It's definitely a very serious lock on this place. Minimal electrical and positive. Okay. Ah, we have a thing. Some kind of lever or turning handle or key. Not sure what we need that for yet. We have lots of bottles, possibly of wine. Maybe this is a wine cellar. Doesn't look like much of a wine cellar. Nothing to look at there. So what have we got? Let's just walk forward. Photex developer. Oh, this is a dark room. Ah, that would explain the red lighting. So we have developer and fixer, which are the two different kind of chemicals. One for developing a print, and another one then for fixing the print so that it doesn't get destroyed afterwards. Godwin's photographic supplies. Photex G3 paper, developer, fixer, subtotal 2297, tender 25, change 203. Thank you for your customer and happy snapping. I think you mean thank you for your custom and happy snapping. Typo City. It's a very modern looking plastic bottle for something that I guess is supposed to be from the 40s. Like I would have imagined, maybe this is me portraying onto the past qualities that it doesn't have, but I would have imagined that like back in the 40s that photochemicals and stuff would have come in glass bottles and not in these kind of what look like rounded plastic containers. Maybe I'm wrong. Photex extra grade, 2 low light conditions, speed photography, low grain paper. Okay, which I guess will be perfect for doing ghost shenanigans. No, we want to leave the light on, I guess. Can't use my torch here. Gonna leave the light on for the moment because Tiny Tim said that the bad ghost that we're supposed to be afraid of is likes hanging out in dark places. Okay, so what do we got over here? Okay, lamp, camera, some bottles. Stopping fluid, 6th of April. Fixing fluid, developing fluid. They're reusing wine bottles. So this to me feels like a kind of an amateur photography situation. Hidden in the basement, so possibly something that people didn't want. Ooh, I wonder if somebody from the hotel was spying on the guests. Dun dun dun. Case number, aha. So this might be the constable. Case number 14, field note reference, Crabtree dark room. And the Crabtrees own the hotel, didn't they? Interesting. The plot thickens. Name, Nigel Danvers. Date, 10/4/03. Time, 2300. Location, Crabtree's dark room beyond cellar. Yes! The new chemicals I purchased are working fine. The negatives I found here in the dark room are printing some truly unexpected results. It turns out that George was quite a talented snapper of paranormal phenomena. Some of the images are really well cut, especially when you consider the primitive equipment he had to work with. I have been able to print up most of the negatives and I found in the cupboard, but they are all cut into individual slides, so there is no easy way of knowing if we are getting the true picture, as these could so easily be fake or double printed images to fool the viewer into thinking that this building is truly haunted. I will continue to work here until I have proof either way. Further notes, the negatives are on 35mm film, a quite new product in the UK in 1947. He must have been loaded or mad. Interesting. So somebody in 2003 was in here and discovered prints that were made in the late 40s. Fascinating. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so that's in the bar. There's some cards on the table. We have a shadowy figure on the stairs. That's in the main kind of train area. There's the coin machine, so that's the corner where we check in with Tiny Tim. It's a blurry shot from the dining room by the looks of it, with some weird shadowy stuff. That's a bedroom with something on a bed, a book. Oh, second picture, and there's a shadowy figure sitting at the back of that one. So if we come across this bedroom, maybe undisturbed, I'm guessing we won't, with the book, then maybe there's something in that back corner we need to pay attention to. We have a hallway that looks like the one that we came down with, the rooms like A, B, C, D, E, and F. There's a light ghost or lens flare of some variety making its way up that hallway. Yep, so this one is white and this one is dark. Now Tiny Tim hangs out at that point, and Tiny Tim, I guess, is good. So maybe the good ghosts are dark and the bad one is white. Or maybe they just had to use a white ghost because it's quite a dark picture, and if the developer of this game used a dark ghost, it wouldn't have shown up against the background. Who can say? Let me try one thing here before I wrap up this episode. If we turn off this light... Oh, I wanted to go back and have a look over there, but I can't leave when the light is off. So I guess maybe at some stage we have to develop some print or something in here. But apparently right now we can't. Okay, well that's all very interesting. There wasn't anything else I could do here with the bottles. I can't take any of them. And I looked at all the photos and it won't let me look at the second case note. So And this can't turn to the left here to look at that wall. I can back up here and now I can look. I can't access that sink in any way, shape or form. No. Interesting, so that's the dark room. Okay, well, I think I will leave it there for this episode. In the next episode, we'll probably head back up to the kind of like hotel lobby area and go down that corridor beside the bar and check out down that way. And if we have time, then we'll look into the bar as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Von Milhausen Plays Darkfall, the Journal.